As you probably already know, it was reported this morning that 3 gunmen in France attacked the offices of Charlie Hebdo, killing at least 12 people. A lot of the details are still unfolding, but here's what you need to know about the terrorist attack. So what is Charlie Hebdo? Charlie Hebdo is a satirical magazine in France that is known for a lot of its provocative cartoons and covers. It often mocks religion, most notably extremist Muslim.
Back in 2012, in fact, they showed a cartoon of a naked Prophet Muhammad, but throughout their history, they've mocked religious figures from Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, and Judaism.
And what do we know about the terrorists? Originally, we thought there were only 2 gunmen, but it turns out the police are reporting that there are 3 terrorists who are still on the loose. In fact, according to a Charlie Hebdo employee who survived the attack, the gunmen all spoke perfect French, claimed they were affiliated with Al-Qaeda in Yemen, and allegedly were shouting, "We have avenged the Prophet Muhammad and God is great" in Arabic.
And as we're filming this, French police are saying that there's the possibility that 2 of the gunmen are brothers, although we can't actually confirm that at this point.
And what are the casualties, you might ask? Tragically, 12 people have been killed in this horrendous act of terror. 8 journalists, 4 of whom were some of France's most famous cartoonists, 2 policemen, 1 guest of the editorial board, and an individual at the reception desk.
In addition, there were 11 who were wounded but not killed. 4 of those are in serious condition right now.
So where are the assailants now? The gunmen fled the scene allegedly after 5 minutes of shooting and are unfortunately still at large.
President Obama, in his brief comments about the attack, said that whatever resources the United States could give to France to help in tracking them down would be made available.
So where does that leave us now? Over 3,000 French police officers and soldiers are looking for the 3 terror suspects.
And right now, more than 100,000 people are gathering for rallies across France, and additionally, rallies are being held in London, Berlin, and other major European cities.
And the hashtag #IamCharlie, or in French, Je suis Charlie, has swept the internet.
So clearly an unexpected and horrific attack, bringing back memories of the 2005 attacks in multiple locations around the world after other cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad were printed in several different outlets. It's pretty barbaric. I know that world leaders have been sort of weighing in with their thoughts about the attack.
Yeah, French President Francois Hollande called the attack an exceptional act of barbarism.
Yeah, and look,
It's true.
It's France, it is a Western country, it is a first world country. We don't expect this sort of violence. It is secular, yes. Now, obviously, they have had some both troubles with terrorism in the past and also some sort of controversial moves against what they see as, I guess, completely unhindered religious expression, I suppose I'll say. And so they have a somewhat contentious relationship with religious extremists in their country, but nobody wants to see this sort of violence, especially against journalists who are doing what journalists are supposed to do.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of the people at the protest are holding banners that say press freedom has no price.
And one of the cartoonists, not that was present at the location when the attack happened, said, "I prefer to die standing than live on my knees," talking about sort of the choice that's often given to journalists and cartoonists about, should you bow down to the expectations of these religious extremists? I personally do not, I don't really stop to consider what are the craziest people in the world going to do if I go on and cover a story or say a particular thing, and I don't want to live in a world where journalists have to make that choice.
No, and I think that's a question a lot of people are asking right now is, what can you say? And a lot of the times, I know that one of the cartoonists that passed away had mentioned before, because they have received a lot of death threats over the years because of the nature of their journalistic endeavors and their cartoons and stuff like that. He said that, if I can't post this, what can I post?
Exactly.
Where does that line fall? And I think that's a really great question. Obviously, this is a horrendous event to comprehend, and our thoughts go out to the families of the slain victims. Feel free to leave your comments and thoughts about the events that happened today in France down below, and we will see you in the next video.